Welcome all. Today in this video I'll be discussing exercise problem 9.10 and 9.11 of the chapter Mechanical Properties of Solid. So let's get started. Okay, so now let's solve the next exercise problem, that is problem 9.10. What it says is a rigid bar of mass 15 kg. So there is a rigid bar. Okay. Of mass 15 kg. Okay, it's supported by symmetrically by 3 wires, each of 2 meter long. Okay, so this rod or bar is supported by 3 wires. So symmetrically means one like at the corners and at the middle. Okay, so this is supported by 3 wires which is symmetrical and each has a length. So length is 2 meter long and mass supported is 15 kg. Okay, now next is those at each end are copper and middle one is iron. So this side wires is copper and the middle wire is made up of iron. Determine the ratios of the diameters if each is to have the same tension. So we have to calculate, what we have to find is ratios of diameter, okay, of both the wires, that is copper and iron. So let's go back to the problem. So we know so it's given in the question that all wires have the same tension. So if all wires have same tension, that is the load or the force on all wires is same. So same tension denotes the force is same on all the wires. Okay, and also it's given that it is symmetric. So what does that mean? So after elongation also, so as this wires are handling a weight of 15 kg, after elongation, okay, the length will change from L to delta L. Okay, and because the system is symmetric, delta L will also be strain. Okay, so the length is same for each wire and delta L is also same. So what does that imply? That implies that the strain on each of the wire is same. That is, strain on copper wire, both the copper wires and the iron wire is same. Okay, so because it's related to the change in length, so we'll calculate the Young's modulus. So Young's modulus is nothing but longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain, right? So we have to calculate the ratios of the diameter. So let's rearrange. So stress is force by area and strain we'll write as it is because the strain on each of the wire is same. Okay, now area. For area it is the cross sectional area, right? So area is pi r square, but as we have to calculate the ratios of the diameter, it's better to use diameter instead of the quantity radius. Okay, so as radius is half of diameter, so area in terms of diameter can be written as pi into d by 2 square. So area is pi d square by 4, right? That is the area. So Young's modulus is F by A into strain, right? And A is pi d square by 4. So let's plug in. Force, Young's modulus is force by pi d square by 4 times strain. Okay, rearranging, it's 4F upon pi d square times strain, right? Okay, so as force on both, like all the wires is same, the iron and the copper, and the strain is also same. Okay, pi is a constant, so Young's modulus is inversely proportional to the diameter square, right? So rearranging again, so diameter is inversely proportional to root of Young's modulus. Okay, that is the relation between the diameter and the Young's modulus. Okay, now we have to calculate the ratios of diameter, right? So diameter of copper, okay, what it is, inversely proportional to Young's modulus, root of Young's modulus of copper, right? And diameter of iron is inversely proportional, that is inversely proportional of Young's modulus of iron. So copper is inversely proportional to its Young's modulus, same iron is inversely proportional to its Young's modulus. Okay, so the ratio of diameter of copper to that of iron can be written as square root of Young's modulus of iron to that of copper. Okay, the Young's modulus value of iron as well as copper is given in the table in the NCERT book, so you can refer it. So the Young's modulus of iron is given as 1.9 times 10 to the power 11 Newton per meter square, divided by Young's modulus of copper is 1.1 times 10 to the power 11 Newton per meter square. So it's a pretty easy calculation because the powers is same. So diameter of copper to that of iron is root of 1.9 divided by 1.1, which is nothing but 1.31. It is the ratio of obviously same quantities, so there won't be any unit. So it was an easy problem. So first we have to just make sure to understand that what they have given in the problem is the wires have the same force and strain on each of the wire is same. So then after using the formula of Young's modulus and substituting the values, you can calculate the ratio of diameters. Okay. Problem 9.11 says a 14 kg mass. So mass is given. Let's write the given quantities. So given is mass, which is 14 kg, 14.5 kg, fastened to the end of a steel wire of unstretched length 1 meter. So the unstretched length is given as 1 meter. So the initial length is 1 meter. Okay, of the steel wire, and it is whirled in a vertical circle with an angular velocity. What do you mean by vertical circle? So this will be the length of the steel wire, and it is whirled, okay, which forms a vertical circle kind of thing. Got it? So it forms a vertical circle with an angular velocity. So angular velocity is 2 revolution per second at the bottom of the circle. Okay, so angular velocity at the bottom is given. So they have specified for the bottom, it's indicating that it's not a UCM, like uniform circular motion. So angular velocity at every point may be different. Okay. Next is the cross-sectional area of the wire. So area of the wire is given as 0.065 centimeter square. Calculate the elongation of the wire when the mass is at the lowest point of its path. Okay, so what we have to find is the elongation, that is delta L, when it is bottom. Okay, at the bottom of the circle, what will be the elongation of the wire? Okay, so this is given, the area is given in centimeter square. Let's convert into SI unit, that is meter square. So we know 1 meter is 10 raised to plus 2 centimeter, right? So 1 centimeter can be written as 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Okay, and here it is centimeter square, right? So 1 centimeter square is 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Got my point? So area, the new area like in SI units will be 0.065, that was in centimeter square. So 1 centimeter square multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4 will give me area in meter square. So now let's look what happens to the steel wire when it is whirled in a vertical circle, or let's look at the free body diagram. Okay, so when I draw the free body diagram, so there will be a mass, okay, and this is the steel wire. So when we are whirling the mass along the steel wire, there will be a tension in the wire, right? So tension will be towards the center of the wire, okay, and this mass is performing a circular motion, right? So tension in the wire will be produced because we are like whirling the mass, and as the body is undergoing a circular motion, there must be a centripetal force which is acting outwards, right? So there will be a centripetal force which will be acting outwards during the performing, like when we are performing the circular motion, okay, and because of the mass there will be mg also, right? So this force can be balanced as in equilibrium. Tension will be equal to mg plus the centripetal force. Now how is the centripetal force written? It can be written as m omega square r. So in the rotational topic, the rotational chapter, you must have studied that the centripetal force is given by m omega square r. Okay, so this is the given as the force, okay, the tension that is acting in the wire. So as we know the mass, we know the angular velocity and also the radius, because radius of the wire is nothing but the length of the steel wire, right? So that also we know. So we can calculate tension from that formula. So let's plug in the values. What is m? M is mass is 14.5 kg. G can be taken as 9.8 meter per second square. Okay. Next, m is 14.5 kg into, what is omega? Omega is 2 revolution per second. So it is 2 square, and r is, get the answer as 200 Newton. So the tension is 200 Newton. Okay, tension acting on the steel wire. So now we have to calculate the elongation, and it's related to the length, right? So it will be obviously due to the Young's modulus. So Young's modulus, what is Young's modulus? It is longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain. I'm taking this formula again and again so that you don't have to like memorize some formula. You just have to know the concept that Young's modulus is longitudinal stress by strain, and you can plug in the values. No need of like remembering every formula, right? So what is stress? Stress is nothing but force by area, and strain is change in length by original length, right? So this is FL by A delta L. Okay, so the force is nothing but the tension acting on the wire. Okay, so we have to remember that force here in this case is tension on the steel wire, right? So Young's modulus can be like known from the table that is given to you in the NCERT textbook. So Young's modulus also is known, and from there we can, so rest every value is known. So just the delta L, the elongation, can be taken. So let's take delta L to the LHS, which will be FL upon Y times A. Okay, so what is the tension? Tension is nothing but 200 Newton. So let's write it. It's 200 Newton into, so length of the steel wire is nothing but 1 meter. Young's modulus of steel is given as 2.0 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square, and area we have converted. Okay, so after converting, it is 0.065 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square, right? So after like calculation, it's an easy calculation, you can do it, you can try it. So after calculation, it is given approximately the value 1.54 times 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Okay, because it is change in length, and like after the crossing of units and all, so length will be in meter. Okay, so it is 1.54 into 10 raised to. So in this problem, you have to just like remember, or you know, you have to just make sure that you like you can derive, or you know, get into this formula properly. Like the tension is balancing the mass as well as the centripetal force. After that, it's easy, just you are plugging in the values and getting the answer of elongation. Okay, if you are able To understand the problems explained in the video, do hit that like button and also share it with your friends. If you have any doubts related to these problems, please ask in the comment below.